Thank you, everybody, for joining today. Welcome to one of our Friday webinar series. Today, super excited. We're going to kind of just talk about the opportunity. Let's go through who HomeWell is, how we're going to support you, what does the process look like, and really dive into why we feel this is a great time to be looking at the home care space. As always, thank you for joining us today. My name is Mike Condon, and I have the pleasure of leading our franchise development team here at HomeWell. As you can see, we have Samantha and Jack, two of our team members here as well. And we're going to take you on this journey today to learning about why HomeWell, why home care, and why we feel this is a great time to be looking at this industry. So with that, I'm going to do some fancy computer work here. If everything works out good, we're going to share our screen. All right. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure everything looked good from your guys' side. Awesome. Awesome. So we'll jump right into it, guys. Again, I don't think anybody's sitting here really understanding or wondering why we're talking. We all know that the booming population of aging seniors is there. Years ago, it was called, oh my gosh, I can't wait till all these people start turning 65. Well, I'll tell you what, that is here, that is coming, and it is continuing to go from here on out through 2050. They call it the silver tsunami, not 10,000 turning 65 every day, but 12,000 people are turning 65 every single day. And that's only going to continue to go. The more important stat when you look at it is all the people going from 75 to 85 and above that are really needing these services in their homes. And that's where the opportunity is going to continue to grow. Gen Xers, all of these people that are moving into the aging population realize that the best care is always done at home. And that's what our agency owners do. They really provide that care into the home to allow those people to live happier and healthier inside their home. And when you look at it from a business perspective, I think it's very simple to say, listen, you want to join an industry that's growing, that the demand for the services are going to be there, not only for today, but it's going to be for a long time. And that's where this industry is. And that's why we've seen such an explosion in this space from a business perspective, is because that compound annual growth rate is going to continue to be in the double digits as we move forward for the next several decades. So super exciting time to look at this space, to really understand that the demand is going to be there. And I'll tell you a little bit about how we're going to help you explore that demand and grow a great business. But let's start at step one. Let's talk about who we are. Who is HomeWell? I'm going to tell you a little bit about our history. We started off as Hoffman's Home Helpers in 1997 out of Seattle, Washington. Josh Hoffman, our founder, really set the foundation for who we are today. His background was really caregiving and operations, and he really understood that the key to success in this industry is taking care of that client first and foremost. And he was fantastic at it. 2003, Josh saw an opportunity to start franchising in this space, and he created HomeWell Senior Care in 2003. And that's who we were from 2003 to 2017. Through that time, Josh grew our franchise business to about 35 owners across the country, really, again, setting that foundation of operational excellence and really understanding what at our core can we do to help every community, which is provide great care into the home. 2017, Josh sat back and he said, man, I think there's a bigger opportunity here. And he recognized that. And at that time, he was ready to take this thing to the next level. So he actually brought in a guy named Bruce Haas. Bruce is our current owner and chairman. And Bruce really set us on a trajectory of where we sit today. Bruce ended up purchasing the company from Josh in 2017 into 2018 and really rebranded everything we did. Bruce's background is in hotels, building very large hotel franchise chains into multi-billion-dollar companies. He really understands the franchising space, and he really understands what makes it successful. So we rebranded, and we rebranded to who you see today, HomeWell Care Services. Why is that important? Because we just don't serve seniors. We serve the community for everybody that needs it, and that's what we're about. So we rebranded to HomeWell Care Services. And the most important thing through all of this is Bruce brought in franchising people. People from myself, Jack, Sam, our team here, all the way through operations that really understand what it takes to run a successful franchise organization. And how does that impact you? Well, it gives you the operational support to know that we know how to help you be successful, not only in the home care space, but running a successful franchise organization and a successful franchise system. So here we are today. We sat back, 2025. Gone from 35 owners in 2018 to over 130 today. It's been a great growth story. We have a long way to go, and we're excited to go on this journey with you. So, what is kind of the things we look for from a franchisor perspective that says, hey, you can be a really good owner in this space? First and foremost, could care less if you have healthcare experience, folks. Yes, I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but the fact of the matter is, we can teach you that. We can teach you everything you need to know about the home care space. That is our bread and butter. What I can't teach you are a couple of intangibles: how to show up, how to be coachable, how to be passionate about people, right? Those are things that we want you to bring to the table. If that checks a couple of boxes for you, we can bring everything else. We're looking to partner with people that have that passion to make a difference in their community, that want to grow a great, sustainable business long term, and want to be good partners with us in order to grow that agency, be coachable, and really use the resources we have through our proven system to allow you to be successful in your community. We talk about it a lot here at HomeWell. This is a people business, and we're looking for those people that are excited to move into this space, that really understand the mission and the vision of what we're trying to do and trying to deliver that quality care in every community that we serve. So one question that kind of gets asked a lot is, well, is there licensing, or what do we need in order to get started? Don't worry, folks, we're going to help you with that. As you can see from the map here, there are 33 states that require you to have some sort of personal care license. Our onboarding team is fantastic and knowledgeable in every aspect of what that looks like per state. If you're in a state that doesn't require a home care license, it's even a little bit easier to get going. However, we do believe in the next 5 to 10 years that every state's going to require some sort of license. So we're going to set you up for success in the beginning. Whether you're in that licensure state or not, we're going to set up your foundation of your home care agency to ensure that if a state does want to go to regulations and require a license, you're going to have what you need in order to fill out some paperwork and really execute on that without missing a beat. We've had this happen in a few states, and I'll tell you, our owners really are unfazed by it. There's some paperwork, we move forward, and we knock it out of the park. So again, when it comes to state licensure requirements, depending on what state you're in, we're happy to walk you through what that looks like in your state. Excuse me, and how we're going to help support you in that. As part of our due diligence process, we're going to talk about our franchise disclosure document and, more importantly, what our initial investment looks like. As you can see here, this is how it lays out. We have an initial training fee of $5,000 with a franchise fee of $49,500. Royalty and brand funds, as you can see on the screen there, 5% and 2%, pretty standard in the industry. And an initial investment range of that $54,400 to $233,900 is where we typically fall. It's going to be somewhere in the middle there, folks. About 150 to 200,000 is typically what we see from an initial investment side. But again, we'll be happy to go through those unit economics with you as you come through our development process, and we'll walk you through that and help educate you on that as it looks in our franchise disclosure document. But we don't stop there. A couple years ago, we decided to say, hey, is there a better way to do this, right? Can we be unique in this space to offer options here at HomeWell for how people come in? And that's exactly what we did. We decided to say, hey, you know what? We want people with the passion, the purpose, the drive to be successful in this space. So we created our ownership options here at HomeWell. So there's two different paths you're welcome to walk down as you join our franchise team here at HomeWell. The standard path, right? That's your traditional, where you're going to come in, you're going to pay the $5,000 training fee. You're also going to pay that $49,500 franchise fee as well. That's going to keep you at our standard 5% royalty rate as you move forward. Pretty standard and typical in franchising. The other side of the coin is that zero franchise fee, is deferring or not paying that franchise fee as you move forward. That is an option here with HomeWell, and I can tell you it's been a resounding success with our current owners as they've been able to move forward. What that option looks like is you're still going to pay that $5,000 training fee as you come into the system, and then you're going to waive that $49,500. You're not going to pay that, but on the flip side, you're going to pay a higher royalty of 10% versus 5%. Up until a predetermined amount of revenue, and then that royalty is going to drop down to 5% for the remainder of the term of your agreement. This is a great option for folks that are looking to come in, take that capital they were going to use for the franchise fee and put it back into their business. And that could look in a lot of different ways. We're happy to walk you through what that could look like. But again, it's going to give you options. And that's what we're all about here at HomeWell. We want to give the power back to you as a franchisee to say, how best can you use your capital to scale your business? And we believe in our systems enough to allow you to make that choice. Now that we're on board, how the heck are you going to train me, right? The most important part is not only making that decision to move forward, but how are we going to support you in getting you up to speed and getting your business off the ground? That's where our franchise services team is going to come in. Erica, Meredith, and our whole team on the onboarding side is going to walk you through an extensive training through our learning lab, live classes, live virtual classes. All of those are going to be part of your in-depth training. So when you're ready to set up for success and launch your business, you're ready to go. We break training down into really 3 phases. You have your pre-launch phase, which is going to be your basic foundation of setting your business up. It's going to be your license stage if you have a license in your state, getting your entity set up, kind of doing the pre-requirements. You're going to be in our learning lab, kind of setting the foundation of knowledge as you go through those modules. The second phase is going to be your operational efficiency stage, where you're going to learn the nuts and bolts of how to execute the business. Again, that's going to be the longest part of your training, where you're going to go through live workshops with our team, really in-depth classes of understanding how are you going to execute the business model on a day in and day out basis. The third phase is the most exciting and the most busy, is when you're getting ready to launch that business, typically 30 to 45 days prior to opening your doors, saying HomeWell's here in the community. You're gonna have a visit from our onboarding coordinator, from your business coach, 2 to 3 days, where they're gonna sit down with you and really go over everything in detail to make sure you have everything ready to go from a paperwork standpoint. Are you starting to hire the right people? What does your plan look like? Let's finalize that. Really going in depth to make sure that you're set up for success from when you open your doors. Training period can take anywhere from 3 months to 9 months. It really depends on your state and if there's a licensure process in there. And it really depends on you as an owner. You know, how active are you during that process? Are you still working your full-time job, which is very common, and that's something that we plan for. But it's all about communication, and we're going to work with you to ensure that when you're ready to open, you have the tools and resources you need to be successful. When I talk about success, I can't talk about success without mentioning our business coaches. Our franchise business coaches, or FBCs as we refer to them as here, are vital in ensuring that you know and have all the resources you need in order to be successful. As much as I want to say this, our business coaches are the number one reason why our franchisees are successful today, and I make no bones about that. Brad Himinger and his whole team of business coaches really work tirelessly alongside our franchisees to ensure they have those resources available, to know where to get them, coach them and guide them on the key KPIs or key performance indicators to really understand how they're growing their business. What do they need to do? Do they need add another staff member now? What number of hours do they need to be at to hit their break even number? All of those things your business coaches are going to walk you through day by day and week by week to ensure that you're growing at the right pace, to growing at the pace you're ready to go and grow your business to the biggest level that it can. The nice thing about our business coaching is it doesn't go away. You're going to meet with them weekly, especially for the first 12 months, to ensure that you have what you need to be successful. After that, it's going to be most of our owners stay on for a weekly call. We have owners that have been in our system 10, 15, 20 years that still would meet with their business coaches at least once a month. That's the value that they're going to provide. And I will tell you, they're the best in the business, folks. They just are. The other important thing with our business coaching is our ratio is really small. So in franchising, we're a 1 to every 30 franchisees, business coach to franchisees. In franchising, that's unheard of. Typically, it's 1 to every 70, 80, 90 franchisees. You don't get that one-on-one support. We're a people business, as I said, and our coaches want to be there for you. That's why we keep it that low, and that's why we're being as successful as we are. Marketing is always a big topic when it comes to when you're looking at a franchise. You got to have the materials in order to support the business. The last thing we want you to do as an owner is to sit there and say, what's the next flyer I need to come up with? How do I create that on Canva? Be the first to tell you, I'm terrible at Canva. Don't ask me to create a flyer. It's absolutely miserable. That's why we have really smart people in the marketing department. Chrissy, our graphic designer, and a few other people are fantastic at getting you what you need when you need it. And then on the back end, we have a whole marketing hub that you have access to all the resources on as you move forward and as you look at what you need, from digital marketing to brand apparel to vehicle wraps to all your sales collateral. You name it, we have it in there. The hub is a fantastic spot for our owners to just couple clicks, order what you need, and move on with your day without having to think about it. Again, from a marketing side, we're going to be there to support you with everything you need in order to have your digital footprint ready to go, your ground marketing ready to go, and really get that agency off the ground. So now we're out in the communities and we're talking. What's going to differentiate you from your competition? Well, it's going to be our signature programs that we love to talk about. And the one I love the most to talk about is our Go Home Well program. Go Home Well program is basically where you take somebody that's leaving a nursing home or a rehab facility and going back into their home, right? That process of transition. Go Home Well ensures that they're going to go home and they're going to stay there without coming back. Program has been wildly successful, and it really differentiates you in the market because we're going to talk about key things like readmission rates. How can we reduce your readmission rate to the discharge planner? If you don't know what that means, it's a huge thing in the industry. We want to ensure that when those clients go to their home, they stay there and they're happy and they're healthy and they're not going back to the facility they came from. That speaks volumes in this community. We're going to teach you how to talk to that. We're going to teach you how to understand that and communicate that message. But beyond that, we have several other key signature programs, as you can see here. Our LEAP program, which allows our owners to live better lives at home through enrichment activity programs that we have designed specifically for them. And our Sure Step program. Falling in the home is the number one cause of injury for elderly folks. We're going to ensure that we can make sure that's prevented as best as we can through our Sure Step program. Again, these programs are meant for depth, not just how they look and feel, right? They're going to drive value in your community. You're going to be able to go out there and make a difference between all the other agencies that are in your community. Last and certainly not least is our team. As I said, every one of our team member here has extensive franchising experience, not only maybe in the home care space, but around franchising. We really understand that the key to success for HomeWell is you, the franchisee. So we focus on really two tenets here at HomeWell. We're going to focus on bringing the right people in with the right attitudes that are going to be coachable, that are really passionate about helping people. And when we do that, we're going to support the heck out of them with all of the support that we're going to give you. We really focus on those two things. And every one of us in our departments, whether it's here in franchise development, whether it's Brad and his team in franchise services, whether it's Erica in onboarding, Michelle Cohn, they're all industry experts in their fields. And that's what we're going to bring to you as a team, right? And we're going to come together and show you how we're going to support you and how we all work together in order to ensure your success as you launch your agency. That's what we're about. That's what we're focused on. And that's what we're going to continue to be focused on as we move forward into the future. If you haven't had an opportunity to talk with our development team, please do. It's just a phone call. I promise we don't bite. We're going to help educate you on the opportunity. Is this a good fit for you? Let's understand what your goals are and how we can help you through that initial consult. If that sounds good to you, we're going to talk about the industry. We're going to give you kind of our franchise overview, what we're about, how we're going to help you be successful, what are those support mechanisms. We're going to allow you to connect with current leadership like myself, like Michelle Cohn, like a lot of others on our executive leadership team. And most importantly, connect with owners. We understand that in this franchise development process, in this education process, it's great to hear the information, but you want to see kind of where the rubber meets the road. Talking with our owners is going to allow you to do that. But we want to make sure you're ready for that, that you ask the right questions to get the information you're looking for. Once that process is done, it's really, hey, is this a good fit for you? Are you a good fit for us? Let's make that determination. And if it is, we're going to approve you for a franchise, get you on your way, get you over to Erica and her team, and set you up for success for the future. Again, if you have any questions, we're pretty easy to get a hold of. Find us online, call us, email us, smoke show us. Guys, we're here to support you in your efforts in learning about the home care space. And I want to thank everybody for coming today.